Hi, I'm Nicki Shields and welcome to Select Electric's guide to understanding the different types of electric vehicle available. Here I'm going to be explaining the difference between a fully electric car, a plug-in hybrid and a conventional hybrid car. Now, the type of electric vehicle you select dictates how much money you can save on fuel compared to a standard petrol or diesel car. And getting the choice right can save you a small fortune each month. So let's start with fully electric vehicles, known as battery electric vehicles or BEVs. So here's a well-known example of a BEV, the Tesla Model 3. Now, BEVs are powered 100% by a battery. There's no petrol, there's no diesel engine at all. And they are obviously the most environmentally friendly form of electric vehicle. The battery is connected to one or more electric motors, and these motors turn the wheels. Pure electric cars have big batteries, which you plug in to charge. Now, you might think that having to plug in is a disadvantage, but in fact, it is the secret to very low-cost motoring. Charge your vehicle on a cheap electricity tariff, and you can reduce your monthly fuel costs dramatically, as of course electricity is much cheaper than petrol or diesel. Modern fully electric vehicles can travel from about 130 to over 300 miles on a single charge, depending on the model that you choose. Most of us only drive about 20 miles per day on average. So if that's you, you actually probably only need to charge your car up once a week. On longer trips, you can stop at service stations and plug in to a rapid charger. This type of charge point will typically get you back on the road after 20 to 50 minutes, which gives you plenty of time to grab a coffee and stretch your legs. So in summary, fully electric cars, or BEVs, are good for the environment. They have large batteries, which you have to plug in to charge, and they offer the greatest fuel savings. The second type of electric vehicle that I want to talk to you about is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, also known as a PHEV, just like this Mercedes A250e. Now, PHEVs have both a battery and a petrol or a diesel engine. And just like a pure electric BEV, you plug the battery in to charge. But the battery in a BEV is much smaller. So that means you can drive on electric power for about 30 miles on average, depending on the model. If you need to go a bit longer on a trip, say for 100 miles, then you'd be battery powered for 30 miles or so, and then your regular petrol or diesel engine will take over for the remaining 70 miles of your journey. Now, most PHEVs have an EV mode button, and that allows you actually to choose exactly when the car is powered by battery alone. Now, you might want to select EV mode when you're driving through a town, for instance, to reduce your emissions. So if you stick to short trips in a plug-in hybrid, then you'll enjoy low-cost motoring, as you can fill the battery each day with cheap electricity, just as you can in a BEV. For those longer trips, you'll be filling up with petrol or diesel, and your fuel costs will go up. Now, a quick note, most PHEVs can't be rapid charged. However, there is still quite a lot of development going on at the moment in PHEV technology, and some of the newer models are actually starting to get bigger batteries and rapid charging capabilities. The third type of vehicle is the conventional hybrid electric vehicle, or HEV. Now, some people refer to these as self-charging hybrids. The Kia Niro is an example of this. Like a PHEV, a conventional hybrid HEV has both a battery and an internal combustion engine. The difference is the battery here, though, is much smaller than a PHEV, and you can't plug it in to charge. So not being able to plug a HEV in, it means that you can't benefit from cheap electricity prices to power your car. And as the battery is so small, it can only be driven on electricity alone at low speeds and for very short distances, a mile or so. The hybrid technology in these non-plug-in vehicles is basically helping to reduce the emissions at low speeds and improving performance and efficiency. Now, interestingly, Kia actually manufactured the Niro in all three EV formats, as a BEV, a PHEV and a HEV, so you can take your pick. You may also come across the term mild hybrid. Now, these cars aren't considered to be electric. They do have a little battery inside, but the car can't run on battery power alone. The battery simply is there to assist the internal combustion engine, making it more efficient and lowering emissions. Finally, I just want to talk about regenerative braking, also known as Regen. If you lift your foot off the accelerator while driving an electric vehicle, getting ready to apply the brakes, the vehicle will actually start slowing down automatically. So how does this happen? Well, the EV assumes that you want to brake, but rather than slow you down by applying the actual brakes, it puts the electric motor into reverse, which starts charging your car's battery. So by slowing down in an EV, it actually increases your range. Little top tip for you. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this video introduction to the different types of EV. Please do get in touch with the Select Electric team if you have any questions about BEVs, PHEVs and HEVs, or leasing a car in general.